Hey guys, before we dive in, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. It really helps the channel grow. Now let's get into it. The second those words left her mouth, something deep inside me just gave way. Not a dramatic crack, more like an old rubber band that had been stretched to its limit finally letting go without a sound. Stop calling me your future wife in front of people. It makes it look like I settled for you. Sophia said it with a little laugh like it was the cutest joke. Her friends laughed right along with her. I didn't. I was standing there holding 2 glasses of sparkling water. One for her, one for me. My hand shook just enough for the bubbles to dance. She never even glanced over. She just dropped that line like a pebble into calm water and turned back to the group. I swallowed hard. Good to know. That was all. No yelling, no big scene. Just a silent, razor-sharp slice. That same night, while she curled up on the couch sipping chamomile and pinning dresses to her secret wedding board, I quietly went through every shared calendar and guest list and took my name off everything. Weddings, brunches, double dates, company parties, even her cousin's engagement thing. Anywhere she'd added me like an embarrassing +1, I erased myself. She didn't notice. Not yet. 2 days later, Sophia strutted into that bright little brunch spot like she owned Sunday mornings. Her friends were already there. Hair perfect, mimosas flowing, laughter bouncing off the walls like nothing could ever go wrong in their world. Then she spotted me at a small table in the back, by myself. Her step faltered for half a heartbeat. She hadn't expected me here. But she also wasn't shocked. Her friends turned, giggles fading. Their eyes ping-ponged between us like they could smell trouble brewing. Sophia's smile flickered. "Jake, what are you doing here?" I took a slow breath. "Having brunch with Ryan." Across the room, Ryan, her coworker's husband, lifted a hand. "Hey dude. Figured you could use some air." Sophia blinked. "I didn't know you two were tight." Ryan shrugged, easy as anything. "We got tight. Especially after all those double dates you kept canceling." Her jaw tightened, just a tiny twitch nobody else probably caught. She forced a bigger smile, sat with her friends at the long table next to us, and started laughing twice as loud, like volume could glue everything back together. But her eyes kept sliding over to me. Nervous little flicks like she could feel the thread pulling loose. "Look, I need to be honest, this didn't start with that one sentence. It looks like I settled was just the last spark before the whole thing burned out. The warning signs had been piling up for months. The way she'd correct me in front of people like I was a project she was embarrassed to show off. The way she let my hand drop the second we walked into a party. The fake laugh she saved for everyone else but never used on me anymore. And the biggest red flag, the one I kept pretending was nothing, was how she started guarding her phone like it held nuclear codes. Face down, always on silent, angled away the second it buzzed. I ignored it because I loved her. And I thought love meant trusting someone even when trust started feeling like a rope around your neck. Everything flipped at that brunch. When Sophia suddenly said she had to take an important call, she didn't step outside. She walked straight to the little hallway by the bathrooms, right past where I was standing after I'd gotten up from the table. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but the second I heard her voice, soft, sweet, warm in a way she hadn't sounded with me in forever, my feet turned to cement. "Yeah, I miss you too." A tiny laugh. "No, he didn't come today. He barely ever does anymore." Pause. "I'll see you tonight, okay?" My heart actually stopped. Like skipped a full beat. Then quieter. "I love you." The guy on the other end laughed, low, familiar, definitely not a cousin. Every excuse I was building in my head shattered. She stepped out of the hallway, saw me and froze. "Jake, I didn't." "Who was that?" My voice came out flat. "Empty." She blinked, thrown by how calm I was. "Just a friend." "A friend you love." Her mouth open, closed. "You heard wrong." I walked past her. Not storming off, not slamming anything. Just done. She grabbed my arm. "Jake, not here, please." I turned. "You did it right here 2 days ago. We're even." Her hand slipped off. Something flashed across her face. Panic, maybe the first real glimpse that the game was over. That night sealed it. She came home way too late. Lipstick blurred, blouse buttoned one hole off, something she was normally obsessive about, and the faintest trace of a different cologne clinging to her skin. She saw me on the couch and her whole face crumpled. "Jake, let me explain." Okay, I said quietly. Explain. And she tried. She really tried. He's just a coworker. You're overreacting. I didn't mean what I said at the party. I do love you. But once you know the taste of a lie, every word turns metallic in your mouth. When the excuses ran out, she sank onto the ottoman, hands shaking. I never wanted to hurt you, she whispered. I stared at my palms, the same hands that used to hold her like she might break. Then why did you? Her eyes filled. I don't know. And maybe that was the worst part. Maybe she honestly didn't. Maybe she got scared or bored or wanted something I couldn't be. Maybe it was never even about him. Maybe it was just her deciding I wasn't enough anymore. Quietly, slowly, without ever saying it out loud. The cheating was awful. But the real betrayal was the way she'd been shrinking me for months. She slept on the couch that night. I took the bed alone for the first time in 3 years. Morning came. Soft knock on the bedroom door. Can we talk? I sat up. We talked last night. No, her voice cracked. You just listened. You didn't say anything. I looked at her, the woman I'd pictured growing old with, the woman I'd loved harder than I thought a person could love, and realized I wasn't even angry anymore. I was exhausted. Sophia, I said gently, you stopped choosing me a long time ago. I just didn't want to admit it. Tears rolled down her face. I'm sorry. I know. Can we fix this? Please. I'll block him. I'll quit if I have to. I'll do anything. That desperation hit me right in the chest. For a second I almost caved. Almost pulled her close and pretended we could tape it all back together. But the truth came out steady and final. I don't think you cheated because of him, I said. I think you cheated because you'd already left me in your head a long time before that. She covered her mouth and sobbed. When she reached for me, I stepped back. That was the moment she actually broke. Not when I caught her, not when she confessed, but when she realized I wasn't going to fight for us anymore. When she saw I'd finally let go. Sometimes breakups aren't fireworks. Sometimes they're just a quiet click of a door. A slow exhale. A heart finally releasing what it should have dropped months earlier. A week later I packed my stuff while she watched from the doorway, silent and trembling. No screaming, no last-ditch drama. Just a calm, clean exit. As I stepped into the hallway, she whispered, I really did love you, Jake. I paused, looked back one last time. I know. Just not enough. And I walked out. Sometimes the worst betrayal isn't the moment they pick someone else. It's all the tiny moments before when they slowly stop picking you.